Hi again, everyone. I do hope you're all staying healthy and well and cleaning, washing regularly, antibacterial, using it on a regular basis in these times. We all need to do it to stay healthy and clean. Now, today's topic is going to be, I got a special topic for you today actually. It's going to be a lot of fun. I would like to welcome a new subscriber onto my channel. He is my latest subscriber. His name is Gantstar. Don't know where you're from, Gantstar. You sound like you've got a European accent. I thought you might be Dutch or Belgian. You can comment and correct me in the video if I'm wrong. But he actually took a few photos of mine from another YouTube site that I had them rated on. I think in one of my earlier videos I described being rated on the CBP channel, having my photos rated on there. Gantstar's actually got a YouTube channel as well, and I'm going to plug it now, so if you want to go out and check his YouTube channel, I will leave links to the two videos that I talk about below, and if you want to go and check out his channel by clicking on those links, I'll leave those links pinned in my comment section. So if you want to check those links out and go and subscribe to his channel, he's got a good channel going. Gantstar, welcome on board. Thanks for those videos, and what he's done, he's gone on an app, I think it's called Omegle, and he has put my pictures in there along with a few other pictures of guys and asked girls who don't know me from a bar of soap, from all different parts of the world I gather, what they would rate me in terms of my looks. And it's an interesting videos. I will say, you can go and click on those links in the two videos that I'll leave below if you're interested, so you'll know which one I am. I got ratings all the way from a 0, which is not surprising to me at all, considering the way girls have treated me in the past and till the current day, all the way up to a 5. And I had a couple of interesting responses that weren't ratings, but one of them suggested she wouldn't rate me. She just said, when Gantstar asked her for a rating, she would just go, no, she won't rate, no. So I got a no out of 10. Well, it's really, you could say that maybe that means that she didn't have the nerve to rate me. It would be so bad that I'd probably be in the minuses rather than even in the positives. And the another girl rated me. She didn't rate me, but she said, first thing she said is he rich? Does he have money? If he's got money, then it's a yes. So it just goes to show what a guy who looks like me would need to do to be attractive to a woman. Not charisma, not charm, not confidence, not those 3 C's. It's money or cash. The 4th C is cash. So I say the 3 C's, the confidence, charisma, charm, which are out, the cash is in. So if you look like a guy like me, the only way you could probably attract a woman is through having a boatload of cash and being a very rich, mega millionaire, multi-millionaire entrepreneur, something like a Bill Gates or a Jeff Bezos. Or the other way to do it is through extreme fame. There might be a niche market for people who look like you, who could become famous. It's rare, but I guess it's one way. The money thing's probably the most common way. So it's not. It's the money, the riches, and certainly not the personality, confidence, charm, charisma. So thanks for those videos, Gantstar. They were great, and I don't feel offended by them at all. I have been saying this for many years now, that women treat men by their looks accordingly, and for me it's been absolutely no different. I've been treated by women in my life as if I am anywhere between 0 and 3 or 4 on the look scale completely, almost all my life. When I meet women for the first time, be it cold, warm introductions, I've had the same experiences, and I expected no different. And what I liked about it was these women didn't know who the hell I was. They don't know me from Adam. So they're not ashamed to say what they feel about me. So in that case, what I would term that as, now I've heard, because I drive rideshare, and I've heard women discussing men behind their backs in my rideshare, guys that they know, discussing men and the way they look, their appearances, unashamedly. in the back of my right chair on many times, many times. When they're not around, when the guys are not around, they'll tell you the truth about, you know, what they think of men. And I watched a few episodes of Dating in the Dark, and when the women come together before they've seen the guy in the light, they'll say, "Oh yeah, I hope he has a great personality, and he's got to have the looks to match that personality." And you know that they'll discuss men when men don't know that they're discussing, women will discuss men, because obviously, as far as a woman goes, if she tells a man what she really thinks to a man's face, she risks reprisal. And a lot of these men that they take a guy like me, for instance, or a guy who looks like me. I mean, I don't look like the kind of guy who can, you know, bench press 100 kilograms. So I'm not the kind of guy who's going to go and pummel. I'm you know, skinny, non-muscular. I'm short to boot. So really, they really don't have any fear of reprisal from me, apart from, you know, losing my patience and losing my cool, which wouldn't be any physical response. But generally, on the whole, women tend to shy away from giving men truthful answers to their face. But when they're behind closed doors, as we like to call it, I like to call it female locker room talk. It's confined to the locker room where men aren't around. The truth will come out. And that's actually liberating for a man to know that all these years, you know, what women think about him in terms of his looks. And that it's no wonder, and I knew this for a long time, that I'm a very unattractive man, because way the women treat me in public when I meet them, whether it's, you know, when I'm introduced to them, whether I've worked with them, whether I pick them up in a ride share, for example, or even when I'm meeting them cold, I get the same response. And I know from a fact that the way women respond to you is basically a reflection of your looks in their eyes and your level of sexual market value. So in that case, it's liberating to know when women don't know who you are and they don't know you from Adam, they've never met you before, they just get a picture of your face, a couple of pictures, they rate you, and they rate you realistically. And that's liberating to know. And not only is it liberating, and it's freed me of all this pain, that, it must be something you're doing, or something you're saying, or something you're being, or something you're just acting incorrectly in front of women, or you're saying the wrong things. No, it's liberating to know what women really think about you, that they're not going to give you a chance straight off the bat because you're not the most attractive guy. In fact, you're probably in the bottom 5% of men on the planet in terms of looks. You know, bottom 5 to 10% in total men. It's so much better getting it from a woman when she doesn't know who you are, and they've got nothing to lose rating you, because they can't virtue signal for fear of backlashing. They can't say, "Oh no, you know, you're not that bad." I've had women tell me this in the past before. I've seen workers, so I say when I frequented, when I've seen a few workers for sex and prostitutes, and that they've told me, "Oh yeah, you're not so bad. You don't scrub up so bad yourself," and all this. And it's lies, because they can't tell you in their face what they really think. And the only truth you get is the way women treat you in public, and B, when they rate you or they talk about you behind your back and you find out, like what's happened in this video. And it's totally liberating to me. I love these kind of things. I like being told the truth. It's high time this happens. It's freeing. It's freeing in a way. And what it made me realise is that the last few years, my social life has been restricted to seeing close friends of mine, meeting up with close friends of mine for a dinner or a coffee or drink, and there's that, and then maybe going out to places that I want to go to and doing things I want to do, but not pursuing women, not chasing women. Sure, my friend came in from the United States, from Denver in the United States, late last year, and because he was in town, I went out with him. We had a bit of fun. It was like the good old days, but we had a blast. But on the whole, I wasn't doing that. I haven't been doing that for the last, probably about the last 7, 8, 9 years, almost the last whole decade. Maybe not that long. Maybe about the last 5 or 6 years. And to me, it's justified. The way these women have rated me, it's kind of justified my behaviour in terms of not wasting time, energy, breath, whatever you want to call it, money, going out and trying to meet women willy-nilly, randomly, because a guy who looks like me, it is a waste of time. And what these women in these videos that I'll pin in my comments below have said about me in terms of my looks justifies my reasons to not want to go out and to save money and to save my time and pursue other things in my life, sans women, without women, and but basically just go out when I need to go out with friends, meet up with friends, dinner, drinks, coffee, whatever it is, but or activities, without the pressure, without even talking to a woman, without even approaching a woman. It has justified my decision to do this, go out less, and go out only to do these things with my friends who I'm close with, and who I can share good times with, rather than the frustration of getting constant rejection from women who think you're anywhere between a 0 and a 4 on the rating scale, or as one woman put it in that video, a no. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. Thank you, Ganstar, and welcome to my channel. I've also subscribed to your channel, just in case you want to know, unless YouTube hasn't given you the notification to know that. So thank you for those. Much appreciated. I will leave those links in the comments below. One thing I want to say before I wrap this up. Guys have commented on some videos about me. They've looked at my picture, and guys who know me have seen my videos, and they know me. They don't know me. They didn't know me years before when I was younger. They say, oh, you must have been good looking when you were younger, and you had a lot of girls in your system. You went through, you had a lot of girls chasing you, and you chased girls, and they were happy to go out with you and make out with you, etc., etc. Couldn't be further from the truth. I went bald. I started male pattern baldness. I saw the first signs at 16. Went on to minoxidil when I was 16, just before I turned 17. A year of that didn't help. And by the age of 20, I was pretty bad. I was like midway through the Norwood scale. I had hair transplants. You can see the front here. Now, I've grown it back because I'm under isolation, so I haven't been going out much, and I really haven't cared about my appearance. So you can see that there's the side of here, but you can see where my baldness goes. It's from here to here. So I've maxed out the Norwood scale, but you can see under the light there, these grafts at the front that have stayed. Soft, fine hair. And that was from 3 different hair transplants. So not all of it took, but that's what it looks like. It looks like a little fine grafts of hair, which I shaved down when I shaved my head, which looks better. But if you look at it from front on, you can see these in the light here. You can see how they're little tufts, they're scraggly tufts that just look like wrong on the front of someone's head. That's what happens when a hair transplant goes wrong. It should have been thicker, but not all of it took. And I was too young. When I had it done, they said I was too young to get it done, so they wouldn't do the whole scalp or the area here. It was actually around here. I was actually bald to around maybe about here and here when it was done. So they went all the way down because I still had a hairline around here. So what's happened is the hairline now ends there. There's a gap here, and then the hair starts. So it looks bleeding obvious that I've had a really bad hair transplant. Save the fact that they didn't want to do the whole thing because I was too young, and then I thought, you know what, there's no point in doing this. Just leave it as it is. So that's what I went through when I was young, in my teens and early through my 20s, and I look like this. So and I used to grow my hair out longer, so it used to come out like tufts at the front. So in my next video, I'm going to spoiler alert here. In my next video, I'm going to put up some pictures of myself through the ages, and I want you guys to see what it's like. Guys who think, oh yeah, you must have been okay, you must have been good enough looking to have some fun with some girls when you were younger. I want you to see what I was like when I was younger, and you make a judgment for yourself. Because, in all honesty, it looked terrible, and no, I've never been one that women chased after. I've never been one that women discussed or thought about in terms of prospects. I did luck out with in a couple of relationships. One with an obese fat. She was very obese and she had manic depression. The other one, she was once again obese. She was from South America, and that one lasted longer, but it was platonic. There was no sexual contact. It was just like a friendship, a very close friendship. But the first one only lasted a few months, and it was sexual, but then it turned nasty. So really, when it comes to think of it, I really haven't had that much experience apart from that and paying workers who work for that, in that industry where they work for sex, you know, guys will say, "Oh yeah, you've had it good before." I didn't. And in the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you pictures of what it was like when I was 16 in school and the first signs of hair thinning, all the way through to my early 30s. I'll end there. But once again, that's been Man Overboard, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out the links that I'll pin in the comments below, the links to Gantstar's channel's videos where women have rated my picture, women who don't know me, which is liberating because they'll give you a true and honest answer when they don't know who they're talking about, when they don't know the guy in person. So that was liberating to me, justified everything I've been through with women, justified my social life over the years, and it certainly liberates my thoughts that and frees me up knowing that it hasn't been my fault, and my behaviour over the last few years, going out less, only going out with friends when needed, you know, to have a good time without women, has been the best decision in my life. I've been a Man Overboard, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. Thank you.